What is up, you guys? We are back here with another video, and today I decided to take out the Grom because I got an idea for a video. And for those of you, I know I got a lot of subscribers doing the mini bike videos. I still am gonna make those videos, but since I haven't pulled out the Grom in like a couple weeks or probably even more than a month, I decided to do it. But you know, if you guys want to watch content on either bike, possibly even the dirt bike in the future, because now I want one after I brought it up in the previous video, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. So today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 things to look out for when buying a used motorcycle. And the reason why I'm making this video, because summer's already here and riding season is already here, so there's going to be a lot of bikes probably on marketplace, or you know, a lot of people buying bikes. So maybe this video, you can use it to kind of steer you into buying a better bike, or you know, just a cleaner bike, whatever. So hopefully this video helps. If you like the video or if it's useful, give it a like. And if you have any other suggestions, or you know, trying to help people out, whether it be a beginner or already, you know, a seasoned rider, leave it in the comment section below. You know, any advice would be nice. Leave it in the comment section. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull over just so you can hear me a little better and I don't have to like scream through the mic. So let's go ahead, pull over, and we're gonna start with the number 1 thing. All right, so we are here pulled over now, and they are not going to be in any specific order. It's just 5 things that I think you should look out for when buying a used motorcycle. So we're going to get through them pretty quick. Let's start off with the number 1 thing, and it is the easiest one to check, and that is your chain. So I think it says a lot from the owner how the chain is maintained, like overall, like the bike, right? So if he maintains the chain and you know, keeps it nice and lubed and all that, I think that says, you know, you take care of your bike and you keep up with maintenance. So I think you should first of all just check the chain, make sure the tension's correct, you know, make sure it's not rusted or you know, anything like that. So that's the number 1 thing. Let's go on to number 2. So for number 2 thing that you should look out for when buying a used motorcycle would be check for any fluid leaks. So it kind of goes with the chain. You can, you know, look at it, you know, just by walking around the bike. So I recommend look at the radiator, any hoses or like lines, or even around the engine. Make sure there's no oil around or leaking anything. So the last thing you want to do is have some kind of problem with the engine leaking oil or something bigger. Also the coolant, you know, make sure it's not leaking, because you know, if it's leaking, it's gonna be low on fluid, overheat, and could cause further damage. So I think that's a really important one. 2 things that are really important that you can just check, you know, right off the bat once you get there to see the bike. So let's move on to number 3. Okay, so for number 3, I know we're going through these things really fast, but I don't want to waste your time, so I'm going to make this video quick and easy. So for number 3, I would recommend you check the forks, especially on the Groms. I know a lot of people like to beat on them, take them off jumps and stuff like that. So check the forks. Make sure the fork seals are good, you know, make sure they're not leaking or anything crazy, especially cracks. I know on the newer generation they crack. I don't know if it's just, you know, the quality is worse, but you know, just make sure the forks are not cracked or any leaking or leakage right here, and you'll be good. That's a pretty important thing there. Let's move on to number 4. So we went ahead and moved over here. We were over there, but there were cars passing by. We didn't want to get in their way. So let's start with number 4 over here. So the number 4 thing to look out for when buying a used motorcycle, for me, is going to be the rear tire. So make sure that the tire you're seeing is not like super bald, like somebody's been doing burnouts. You see like wires sticking out. So any signs of burnouts like that, or like tire being bald because of the burnout, lets you know, or at least in my opinion, I feel like it lets you know the type of rider that owned the bike. And yeah, they could probably keep up with maintenance and all, but let me tell you, if they're pushing the bike to do burnouts that long, that motor has probably been abused and, you know, ridden like getting their money's worth out of that engine. So me personally, I don't think it's a smart idea to buy a bike that's been ridden hard, because you never know. Like, they could tell you they did the maintenance, but you never know. So I like to play it safe and, you know, make sure the tires don't show any signs of abuse or like weird type of wear and tear. So yeah, that's another thing you can look just by walking around the bike. So all of these things are really simple. So for my fifth and last thing to check when buying a used motorcycle is going to be the title. So if it is a salvage title bike, I'm not saying to walk away, but proceed with caution because you don't know how the crash or slide was and who fixed the bike or how they fixed the bike. So let me give you an example, because I know bikes are really sensitive. Let's say I'm riding my bike, I slide and I crash into that barrier. It could either hit the forks or the subframe here in the back. What if the forks got hit, slammed into the wall, and got pushed forward? And you thought it was, you know, simply just, you know, replace the forks, but no. You can completely change the way the bike rides, just like the distance between these two wheels, and just replacing the forks will not fix that. So you don't know how the crash is or was actually. Or what if the subframe, let's say you popped the wheelie, it flipped and it twisted the subframe or it lifted it up. So the bike could be like a little sideways or twisted. You just don't know how the crash was or who fixed it. So to save you time and money and to not risk it, I recommend stay away from a salvage title motorcycle if you can. Like I said, it's not a deal breaker for everybody, but if it's your first bike, try to stay away from it and it'll save you some time and money. So my GoPro ended up dying on me. I couldn't record the outro, but luckily I have my phone and we're gonna finish it off here. But anyways, those are 5 things that I recommend you check before buying a used motorcycle, and they are in no specific order, but I give you easy 5 things that you could check literally just by walking around the bike and visually inspecting it. I know you can do a lot more with tools and all that, you know, get it more in depth, but the point of this video was to make it easy for you, maybe even the new rider, you know, checking out his first bike. But if you guys have any other suggestions, leave it in the comment section below. And if you like the video or find it helpful, leave a thumbs up, and peace.